Yo, what's up my amigos and amigas? This situation with Gideon and the PDF Looksmaxxer is insane. Now, we all know who Gideon is. He doesn't need an introduction, but for those of you who don't know him, he's a YouTuber and streamer with over 8.52 million subscribers. His content mainly consists of him catching pedophiles. Now, there's this situation that happened recently between Gideon and this TikToker. The TikToker in question is this account by the name of Hulo. Now, from the looks of it looks like this TikToker is a Looksmaxxer who does looksmaxing content. So yeah, this TikToker got caught in 4K chasing cupcakes and was put in jail thanks to none other than Gideon. Big respect for Gideon. Bro is out there doing God's work. So now you may be asking, yo, Nespop, there's nothing wrong with that. Why are you making a video on this? Well, my amigos and amigas, let me tell you the full story. So it all starts when Hulo's ex-girlfriend tried to expose him for possessing cheese pizza. A lot of people did not believe her and she got backlash. They thought she was lying for attention, and basically Hulo tried to frame her for that. He framed on her that she broke up with him and was trying to defame it and whatnot. Now, I don't think anyone would dare to expose someone else for possessing CP. Like, what people would lie about mostly is if they got abused or assaulted. That's what they usually lie about, because when you think about it, if she broke up with him and felt bitter about it, she's gonna make the accusation about herself. She's gonna make the accusation something involving around her, because that's what people usually do, not lying about having CP on your hard drive. But yeah, after all that fiasco happened, it caught Gideon's attention and he was down to expose this guy, which in the end he successfully did. So Gideon reached out to Hulo's ex-girlfriend on Instagram. He then posted that it was all fake just to throw off the Hulu guy, but it was all going according to plan. And people were actually mad at Gideon because how could he think that it was all fake when it was real? But in the end, Gideon was playing 4D chess. So after Gideon got in contact with the ex, he then goes to Hulo's house. In there, Hulo somehow admits to everything. He confesses everything onto the camera, which I find that very surprising, because usually when pedophiles get exposed, they don't straight up admit to their crime. They try to defend themselves tooth and nail. They try to gaslight the people in a futile attempt to save themselves. Just look at EDP. Once bro got caught for the first time, he was saying that he just wanted cupcakes. It's a pathetic, desperate attempt to convince people that they're not PDFs, which I find it funny. But this guy, he's like, yeah, bro, I got CP. Homie probably thought that he was cooked no matter what. So after Hulo admitted to the crime, Gideon and the ex-girlfriend went to the police department and pulled out their evidence to incriminate Hulo.
This is us at the police station making a report. This is an officer right here. This was in Sarasota, Florida. This is us at the police station making another police report. So here, I'm gonna just play this out so YouTube can get off my ass.
All right, chat, who am I here with today?
Yeah.
And where are we right now? And you are whose ex? All right, so y'all, everything was...
Chat, that is a police officer back there, right? And this is the county sheriff's office, Sarasota's sheriff's office, all right?
And you are whose ex? All right, so y'all, everything was real. I just put that in my Discord to meet him. We just got done talking to him. He admitted to everything, and it's even worse than we thought. So everything's given over to police. They're doing a thorough investigation of this, and we should be seeing some charges soon. But it's all legit. No hate to all legit. She did everything. She even went to the cops first, so she did everything right, man. So no hate to her. She's doing the right thing. Get on.
Shout out Alex, man.
You know, the fact that Gideon actually works for the police and when he exposes a pedophile, they go straight to jail, I find that very respectable. Not to glaze him or anything, but he is the GOAT for doing this. Not all pedo hunters work directly with the police when they try to expose these monsters. Like, they just do it for the clout and views. They don't give a shit if they get arrested or not. The worst these pedophiles get it when they get quote-unquote exposed is that they get a slap on the hand by getting fired by their jobs, or they just lose their friends. Anything but getting arrested. But Gideon, on the other hand, yeah, he may do it for the clout and views, but he also makes sure they get arrested and put in prison to face their consequences, which is what I like about Gideon. So yeah, once again, kudos to you, Gideon. In my opinion, he handles these situations in the most professional manner, because in the video you can see that he dapped up the guy. And I don't know, like, if I were to be Gideon, if I were to be on his shoes, I don't know what I would do on that situation. Like, I would get freaked out that this guy is a monster. But like I said, Gideon, he just dapped him up like it was something normal. So yeah, Gideon and Hulo's ex-girlfriend, they go to the police and they expose him. The cops confiscate Hulo's phone for evidence, and according to Gideon, Gideon, Hulo also admits to a lot of things to the cop as well. And what do you know? He's now in jail. Here's a mugshot of him, and holy shit, he was born in 2007. This guy was literally born one day after the first live-action Transformers movie came out. That is crazy. Like, imagine being born in 2007 and you get arrested for possessing CP. So these are the charges that he's facing, and it's just a lot of CP and a lot of charges. Like, holy shit. We got 15 of them, and each of them criminal bonds are 7,500 each. And if you do the math, 7,500 times 15 is equal to 112,500. Personally, I don't think he deserves to have a bond. It's basically a chance to get out of prison, and I don't think he deserves one if he possessed CP. At the end of the day, a monster is a monster, and he should rot in jail before he actually chases the cupcake. And according to this website, he could get up to 75 years in prison. Yeah, nah, homie is absolutely cooked. Hopefully nobody pays for his bail out of prison. Now, there's people criticizing Gideon for his reaction towards Hulo's confession.
So a Looksmaxxer gets caught buying CP, Gideon goes to expose him, and after he admits to it, Gideon dabs him up and says, "You seem like a good guy." What?
I mean, yeah, he had to do that so Hulo wouldn't think that Gideon was gonna expose him. Duh. Like, that is so fucking obvious. What Gideon was doing was building trust so Hulo could confess him his crime. I don't see anything wrong with that.
What? That just proved the entirety of the Looksmaxxing movement correct. Right? Because people are like, oh yeah, that's weird, that's disgusting. But if he was chopped, people would be like, send him to jail. This dude literally just got off the hook for being a PDF file because he's good looking. And he's gaining followers on social media. He's not losing them, he's gaining.
Alright. First of all, nobody thinks he shouldn't go to jail for CP because he's a Looksmaxxer. Right now, as this video is made, he is in jail. I think anyone who possesses CP or has done pedophilic behavior should be put in jail. Regardless of who they are, I, alongside many people, think that it doesn't matter if you're the most beautiful person in the world, if you're the most richest one, or if you're the ugliest one. If you're a PDF, you should rot in jail. Either this guy made the video before the news of Hulo going to jail came out, or he's just too slow. Then we have people being pissed at Gideon for not being the living shit out of Hulo, and I think those people gotta be one of the most biggest retards to live on this planet. Like, why would you want him to punch the guy? Like, I get it, he's a monster and everything, and he deserves the worst, but like, how would the pedophile go to jail if you're now in jail for going to his house to assault him? So now this guy's chances of going to jail would diminish, and your plan already foiled. Yeah, these people have room temperature IQ. Because why punch him in the face if he's gonna face worse things during those 75 years in prison? But yeah, I think this is disgusting. Recently, there's been a lot of PDFs being caught left and right. And like, it's every single month. Every single month, there's a new PDF being revealed. Just look at David's situation. Look at EDP. Look at Dr. Disrespect, Liemaker, Diddy, Epstein. Now, Epstein and Diddy, they've been in the game for a while now. But I just can't shake off the feeling that it's crazy how many pedophiles are being caught in these recent years. I sometimes feel like there's a lot more PDFs now in this world than back then. Could it be because now we're looking at the right direction and we're more hyper aware of them? I guess that could be a reason. I do think they should get caught and they must face the consequences of their own actions. But at the same time, why? Why would they do this? David is one of those situations where I wish he never did that because the guy had talent. Like, let's be real, his songs are bangers. But since the guy is a pedophile, now I don't want to hear his music. And on top of that, you can't separate the art from the artist because his art is an extension of his sick, twisted mind. I will never understand why do people do this. They have all this fame, all this success, and they just throw it off to the gutter just to touch minors. Like, that's fucking crazy. But yeah, Gideon, he did a great job on exposing another monster. I think this Looksmaxxing guy will have the time of his life in prison once he drops the soap in the shower. Anyways, but yeah, what do y'all think about this? Leave it down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and now if you excuse me, I'm gonna go hit the gym. Alright, see ya.